Hello and welcome to the Kingdom Courage and Daily Encouragement and Prayer channel. I have a word of encouragement from the Lord. This word speaks to all of us who have been last or at the back of the line waiting patiently. Today's verse is Matthew 20:8. It says, "When evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, 'Call the workers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last ones hired and going on to the first.'" As I was reading Matthew 20, the Lord highlighted verse 8. Jesus is speaking about the kingdom of heaven, comparing it to a parable. I am going to read verses 1 through 16 so you can listen to what Jesus is saying. The reason this is important, there is a deeper spiritual meaning behind this, and God is in control of all things, and this is the perfect example of how God works. He is talking about the kingdom of heaven and how God's will prevails. So listen to the scriptures starting in chapter 20, verse 1. "For the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire workers for his vineyard. He agreed to pay them a denarius for the day and sent them into his vineyard. About 9 in the morning, he went out and saw others standing in the marketplace doing nothing. He told them, 'You also go and work in my vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right.' So they went. He went out again about noon, and about 3 in the afternoon, he did the same thing. About 5 in the afternoon, he went out and found still others standing around. He asked them, 'Why have you been standing here all day long doing nothing?' 'Because no one has hired us,' they said. He answered them, 'You also go and work in my vineyard.' When evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, 'Call the workers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last ones hired and going on to the first.' The workers who were hired about 5 in the afternoon came and each received a denarius. So when those who were hired first, they expected to receive more, but each one of them also received a denarius. When they received it, they began to grumble against the landowner. 'These who were hired last worked only 1 hour,' they said, 'and you have made them equal to us who have borne the burden of the work and the heat of the day.' But he answered one of them, 'I am not being unfair to you, friend. Didn't you agree to work for a denarius? Take your pay and go. I want to give the one who was hired last the same as I gave you. Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money? Or are you envious because I am generous?' So the last will be first and the first will be last." We learn that the kingdom of heaven does not use human logic or boundaries. Even though those workers that worked a fraction of the others, it was unearned. But yet they still earned the same as those who worked all day. God's grace is the same. Those who are humble and rely on God instead of themselves are the ones brought to the front. Those workers that were paid the same wage were there all day waiting to be hired, trusting at some point someone would come along and hire them, which did happen, and because of it, they earned just as much for doing a fraction of the work as those who worked all day. So they all get the same daily wage regardless of when they started working. These scriptures highlight the generous nature of the landowner in the kingdom of heaven, resulting in the last being first and the first last. Those humble workers that were hired past were lifted up and as those who were hired first. Workers who are proud or think they deserve special treatment because of their earthly status many times end up last in God's eyes. God gives the final reward. He has the final say. So what did we learn from this parable? We learned that God gives his grace as an unearned gift. Humble people who rely on God are lifted up. And the story highlights the generous nature of the landowner in the kingdom of heaven, resulting in the last being first and the first last. If you're one who is trusting God, humble and patient in waiting, trust that God has already gone ahead of you. So if this video has blessed you, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and share it with a friend as we share the Lord's word together. And thanks for stopping by. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.